It's never taken this long.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay, there it is. Hello. Welcome to another episode of WTFW. It's the only weather show that exists ever. There's never been a weather show. I'm your host of it. My name is Nikki Flowers, and with me is my good friend and fellow podcaster, Lilith. Welcome to the show, Lilith.
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be on here. I never pay attention to the weather, but I know that right now I probably should be.
Yeah, as you can see probably right now, scrolling beautifully up the screen, you're having what I call a red screen weather event, which is where we get the red screen. Wow, I can't even talk. The show's going great. You are calling from Austin, Texas. Is that correct? That can't be right. That's a person name. That can't be a town name.
Yeah, I'm in the very north part of Austin, Texas.
Well, if you're outdoors, you should consider seeking shelter inside a building. Just consider it. Just think about it. Why don't you fill us in on all this gobbledygook? I can't read any of this. It's going so fast.
There's a lot of rain happening right now. I haven't heard thunder yet, but I do have to go to the dentist early tomorrow morning, which I'm not looking forward to.
Oh, yeah.
A couple days ago, I biked to the dentist, and I don't think that's going to be able to happen again.
Yeah, probably not. I'll spoil you now. I did look into the next day forecast for Thursday. You're probably still going to be getting some thunderstorms.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And the high pressure system is going to float away to the east on starting Friday, Saturday. I've been trying to learn what weather actually does.
Okay.
I don't really, you see the map and it's got H and L and you're like, those mean something probably. But yeah, no. So I've been learning about high and low pressure, and let me fill you in. So air pressure is when there's particles of air, and they have pressure. I'm still learning. I'm so sorry.
Okay. I'm learning. Now I'm learning.
I have a weather show, and I don't know a damn thing about it. But that's why we have this beautiful screen here. So I'll throw another map I found. This is what I like to call a long thin penis map. It's because it looks like a long thin penis. This is the storm you're in right now. I think you're decidedly in the red part of it there, I assume.
Smack dab in the middle of it. Yeah.
Is this normal for this time of year? I don't really know much about anything, as I've already demonstrated, but especially Texas. It's a mystery, that giant state. Is this normal weather for this time of year? Do you get a lot of thunderstorms?
I guess we do sometimes. I'm trying to think. I feel like most of our storms usually happen in the spring and winter, but this is not super abnormal.
Yeah. Oh, we're getting another flash flood watch too. So it's all of the red scary warning screens today. Yeah. Barometric pressure was high. I know I saw that. It was like 30. I still don't know. I was trying to fake it. I don't know anything about how the weather works. Okay, Lilith, I'm going to be honest. I thought I was more prepared to talk to a person today.
Yeah.
I gave you all I got, I think.
That's fair. I listen. We're both. I'm in a state. You're in a state. My state's called Texas. But it also might also be called depression, possibly denial. I've had events in my life recently.
Every damn day there's an event.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Yeah. The dentist is I would say not mad, but disappointed in me.
Oh, that's the worst.
Because I basically spent my entire 20s not going to the dentist.
Yep. I think the last time I saw a dentist, Biden was the vice president. I'm not proud of that. I do think it's funny when I say that to people and they go, "Oh my God."
I think I'm definitely in the same boat. They literally told me we're going to need 4 sessions to clean your mouth out. Luckily, it sounds like they're going to be able to get it done in 3.
Ooh. But see, that's the kind of quick service and good bedside manner that we all expect from a dentist.
Right. Yeah. And the whole time they're just like, don't let this happen again. And I'm like, do you think I'm gonna let this? Do you think I wanted any of this to happen?
I'm the kind of person that let it happen in the first place. Do you think it's not gonna happen again? Think again. So is there any flooding? Speaking of this flash flood watch, is your house wet or dry?
Well, my house is dry. We did have quite a weather event earlier this year. And that's one of the only times I've had a truly soaked house.
Oh, when was that? The
snowpocalypse or whatever the hell people want to call it, when all of Texas was frozen and we couldn't do anything about it because our infrastructure has been gutted by neocons.
Right. Yeah. I totally forgot about that. That was this year.
Yeah. That was
that when Ted Cruz fled to Cancun?
Yeah. He fled to Cancun and then tried to blame it on his daughters.
Oh my God. That was the worst part. I'm just like, yeah, Texas is frozen over, and literally it's frozen over. It's the state has been frozen. I wanted to stay here and be the helpful politician who cares about people like I've always been. I'm Ted Cruz, but my stupid daughters forced me to go to Cancun.
Yeah, they wanted to go to Cancun. The worst part about that is that I was sitting here, my water was shut off, my house was freezing, I was so pissed off, and then, of course, I saw the pictures of him getting on a flight to Cancun, and I said something, I don't remember what it was, that caused me to be banned from Twitter for like 2 days.
Oh my God. You can't say anything on Twitter. Did you know you can't even wish something bad would happen to someone? Like not saying like I'm going to kill you. That's obviously that should be against the terms of service. But like this is my show. I get to say whatever I want. I'm hosting this, obviously. It's not on YouTube. YouTube doesn't care what I say here. I wish Ted Cruz. Well, see, I can't say it. I'm scared I'm gonna get banned. You can't say anything.
Yeah.
But think about like a bad thing that could happen to someone, and I want most of that to happen to Ted Cruz.
Yeah. I'm right there with you. He's a real piece of work.
Yeah.
But yeah, my bedroom got flooded during a lot of that.
Oh, jeez.
It sucked real bad.
And that was the other thing he said. Ted Cruz recently in the news was like, well, what would help us, prevent that sort of thing from happening again, and what would bolster our electrical grid is if we do Bitcoin. And that was his idea, is that the blockchain, just do the blockchain, and the snowpocalypse won't be so bad next time if we do Ethereum on it.
Yeah, because I'll have fucking little pictures of lions wearing Hawaiian shirts to burn
with an Ahigo face that costs $9,000, and your wife is divorcing you because of it.
Yeah, no, my wife divorced me for much more mundane reasons.
If I'm gonna get divorced, it's not gonna be over an NFT. It's gonna be over something like serious and adult. Anyway. Oh God, yeah. So thunderstorms they're going to be pretty severe going into the night. They'll start to taper off tomorrow, and I think probably by Friday. What day is it? It's right there on the screen. Oh my God, I can't even. Every day is a new day.
Yeah.
That some people say that and they're trying to be encouraging. That's a threat.
Yeah, it is. It's upsetting to hear.
Well, you know what isn't upsetting to hear?
Mm-hmm.
The cool jingle I have to lead us to the drought segment. We got more drought info. Let's go. Drought. So there's still a drought.
Mm-hmm.
It's still very bad.
Yeah.
That's kind of I wish I had better news. This drought segment, there's not a whole lot I can give you. It's still here. I'll throw the map on the screen. There's a new map every Thursday from the drought monitor, so I'll probably have the new one. But it probably looks like the one I'm looking at right now, where basically all of California is in the D4 exceptional drought. That's the highest drought you can go.
Fuck.
Yeah, and it's also, as you can, you might be able to see it, probably not. But it's both going to impact the short term in terms of, 6 months we'll see some impacts. But this is also going to fuck us up for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
It's weird. When you don't have water, things are bad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning about the weather, and that is also something I learned.
Yeah. When you don't have water, things are bad. When you have too much water, things are also bad.
It's this fucking, weather is basically what I was trying to say there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so a lot of places in California in 2020, 2021 have set records for driest years ever. Like a lot of the state. Redding, California ended up with only 14.2 inches of precipitation from 2020 to 2021.
Yikes.
I don't know when the water year is. I'm looking at the droughtmonitor.unl.edu website.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't say when the water year is, but it doesn't line up with our human years for some reason. Water experiences time in a way that we could never understand.
I was just starting to wrap my head around fiscal years, and now you're telling me that water gets its own years too?
Oh yeah, this
is fucked up.
Yeah, we got water years, and I can guarantee it doesn't line up with the fiscal year either, because water doesn't know what the fuck money is.
Is that what Ted Cruz was talking about? If we teach water about money, will it all fix?
If the water just pulls itself up by its bootstraps, it'll stop freezing over and flooding and all this nonsense it insists on doing. And I wish water would just know its place in a lake or an ocean, not in the sky or in my house.
Yeah.
Except for when I'm taking a shower. Water should do what we want it to do. Mm-hmm. We're the top of the food chain. We drink that shit. Where does water get off?
Where does water get off? Water can't even buy a Bitcoin and then spend that Bitcoin on heroin.
Have fun staying poor, water. So yeah, I'm sorry, water. I'm just lashing out because I think the last time it rained here in the Bay Area, I think it was like for 2 minutes in April.
Jeez.
I'm barely exaggerating. Like I looked it up. The last time it was April, and I remember that storm, and it lasted maybe 2 minutes, and that's been kind of it for the past. And yeah, so the whole West Coast and a lot of the central parts, a good chunk of the country, I would say more than half of the country is in at least like a moderate drought state. The Pacific Northwest is finally getting some more rain. Generally a rainy place there, but they've also been sort of lacking. But in the West Coast, the rains in the Pacific Northwest were the only areas with above normal precipitation for this past week as of recording. Everything else has been well below. So it's not good.
Yeah.
It's not great.
Listen, the Mariners got to get a win where they could get it. So
Oh, those poor Mariners.
Those poor fucking Mariners.
Oh my God. Baseball is weather. So if anyone gets mad at us for talking about baseball, they can leave. No, don't leave. Please subscribe and please turn on notifications.
Like, subscribe. Do you have a Patreon?
No, not yet. I'm trying.
Okay. Yeah. Go subscribe to my Patreon.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll put a link in the description for all that. But basically, I guess if the one thing you're gonna take away from this whole baseball weather situation, you got to get some runs. Yeah. And water has to run down the mountain and into our cities.
Exactly.
It's all about running. I was trying so hard to link baseball to weather, but I can't. Yeah.
It's difficult.
It's very difficult. But yeah, so you got all sorts of things happening. I think I fully ran out of words. Lilith, do you have any like cool weather stories you want to share before we head out?
Let me tell the story of how actually my bedroom did get flooded during the snowpocalypse.
Yeah, tell us about this snowpocalypse that happened. This was like what, January?
Yeah, I think it was February.
Something like that.
Yeah. So, Texas was frozen. It was literally hell freezing over. It lots of snow on the ground. Everybody lost water because just there were so many cracks in so many pipes that it just anybody who didn't have cracked pipes was losing water pressure because the system was just billowing out water. It was bleeding. Yeah.
That's the thing. When it was happening, people were making fun of oh, Texans, they never seen snow. And it's that's not the issue. The issue is their infrastructure has also never seen snow. The whole state broke down. It wasn't just people afraid to drive in an inch of snow. It wasn't that.
Oh yeah. No, it was gnarly. And so what we were doing was we started collecting snow in my bathtub it would melt, and so that we would have water to flush the toilet.
That's the trick I learned when I grew up in Colorado and lived through a blizzard that made us not able to leave our house for a week because we were snowed in. So we had all the perishable food, we had a bunch of snow for that, and then we had our toilet snow, and we had our bathing snow.
Yeah, luckily we never lost power, but we were out of water for a few days.
Yeah, that's rough.
The knobs to turn on my bathtub aren't they aren't obvious as to if they're off or on. So the bathtub is plugged up, it's full of snow, and then the water comes back on at 2 a.m.
Oh no.
And the spigot is just on, fully on. I wake up 3 or 4.
Oh, just enough to do all of the damage.
Yeah. My room was half an inch of water, totaled a MacBook. Soaked my record collection, which luckily a lot of that was in plastic sleeves. Oof. But I did have some damaged record sleeves. I had a neck massager that was on the ground.
A neck massager, yes.
Yeah. Well, no, this actually is one of those that you can't use on your dick, unfortunately.
Useless, except if you have neck pain. Those are really nice. Yeah,
I do. That's the thing, is I have so much neck pain that I bought an actual neck massager that I can't use for sex. That's where I'm at in my life. This is what being 30 is like.
I was just about to say, that's what happens when you get to 30. You have bespoke vibrators for the different parts that you need to vibrate.
And then also, like, first of all, that morning was miserable. It was just me and my mom. Like, I actually had the thing that I found worked the best was some acoustic foam that I bought off of Wish, and I was just using that to sop up water and empty it into the tub.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, why not? Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, it was anything to get the water off of the floor. It also completely fucked, like, the entire downstairs flooring situation.
And now you got to worry about mold coming up.
Yeah, no, luckily my mom's homeowner's insurance, like, replaced everything I've listed.
Oh, cool.
Records, neck massager, MacBook, and floor. So we were fine, but yeah, miserable few weeks while we waited for all of that to be resolved.
Man, that's just like, I feel like we should do what wasn't there an infrastructure week a couple years ago? I feel like we should do more of those if the infrastructure is so bad. My power goes out if it's too foggy. I live in the Bay Area. It's always foggy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Don't even get me started on PG&E. We'll be here for another 20 minutes. Oh, okay. The moral of the story here, fair viewers, yell at your politicians. Just in general. Like, about, like, you know, addressing the climate change crisis and how it will affect just our daily lives in every single way. Also, just yell at them in general. They should not have comfortable lives.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, if they're comfortable, then they're fundamentally not at, like, a psychological good place for them to be doing their jobs right. They should be fearing the villagers at the gates with guillotines in tow. Like, that's where a politician does their best work.
Exactly. Well, I think we'll leave it at that. I'm gonna go sharpen my pitchfork and find some torches.
Yeah.
But Lilith, thank you so much for joining me. It was so nice to hear about weather from you.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. Thanks for having me on.
Next time, we'll do more of it. We'll do more weather.
Yes.
Because it never ends.
Truly.
So
it's the one thing that it's going to keep happening.
Oh my God, it just keeps happening. Like, comment, subscribe, push the notification bell, because I guess subscribing doesn't count anymore. I don't get it. But so have a great day. If you see any weather, run in the opposite direction.